am Kalada Kurubatu, and this is Hard Facts, and it's time for us to shift the conversation, switch the conversation. And I want us to talk about security issues now. I've got a guest via the phone. I'll introduce him shortly. But first, let me tell you what we want to talk about. Now, there is this report. Notorious cultist Gift David Okpara, also known as General Tubaba, declared wanted for the killing of Auda DPO. SB Bakwang Bashim has denied any involvement in the crime in a voice note. Tubaba said he spoke to the DPO hours before his death. Let's take a listen.
I want to tell the River State government that my hand no day for anything concerning death of DPO. So all this while, I know people won't talk anything, but I'm talking this thing today based on the way people going to put concern on it. So it made me surprised. I said, let me tell my people that I'm not after DPO. Just that the thing happened from my community road. And the day when the thing happened, I've been talking to the man finish. Me and DPO can discuss. I know even did there when the thing happened that day. I just did shock when I hear that thing.
Tubaba also spoke on why his gang picked up arms after they were granted amnesty by the last administration. Take a listen.
And we'll carry out the whole life with our custody. We'll submit to them finish. On position, they no agree submit. At the time, I know if you see and say government do them anything. So we can't regret. So as we don't hold anything again, those people can't use the advantage now to the followers of can't they kick our people then because we don't get any gun again. Can't they kick our people then? They keep my younger brother the same mama, the same papa. Then burn our house finish. Then be annoyance when I get will make me go back to complain.
Now, the suspect, who now claims to be a freedom fighter for Ekpeye youths, further denied involvement in kidnapping, illegal bunkering, and other crimes. Take a listen.
So the company where I go, I know go on because I won't use them, they intimidate people. I won't use them, they worry people. Everybody knows I need to kidnapping something. I need to do bunkering. I need to do all this criminal something. I just they concentrate on my business. I need business when they do. And everybody know the business when they do. Now dredging business. I didn't do dredging business. Everybody know.
Now, the wanted suspect also said he's self-sponsored and not bankrolled by a traditional ruler as claimed. But some Port Harcourt residents say the claim by the wanted suspect should be a wake-up call for the police to take swift action in apprehending him. Once again, welcome to Hard Facts on 92.3 Nigeria Info. I am Kalada Kurubatu, and I've got via the phone a security expert. I'm talking about Charles Inko-Tariah. Good afternoon to you, Mr. Inko-Tariah. Welcome on the show.
Yeah, good afternoon.
What do you make of David Gift Okpara Alias General Tubaba claiming to be a freedom fighter? What image are you? What image, comes to your mind when you see him as a freedom fighter, or when you hear he's a freedom fighter? Let's start from there, please.
Well, that's how almost all the criminals or gunmen retire in the country and the Niger Delta region at large. You see, after carrying out their killings and destructions and so on, they are under the platform freedom fighters. Freedom fighters from what? From which? Who are they trying to liberate?
He said Ekpeye youths. He was trying to liberate Ekpeye youths.
From what? He's trying to liberate Ekpeye youths. These are armed groups, and you can trace when they their arms, way back from the first amnesty coordinated by the state government. That was during the first tenure of the last administration. Which was not properly organized. But you can trace their history from that point where they bear arms and they had to come out to surrender some arms under that administration. That's about 2014, 2015, 2016, thereabout. And so if they have such history, the possibility of them sponsoring themselves cannot be ruled out also. And for the decision that, or the talk of freedom fighter. So these are afterthoughts, because it is obvious we didn't see the faces of the killers, on that very video, but you can bear witness that the voice at the background of the video that went viral during the killing of the DPO Angbashin, and then the voice that was also commenting the voiceover under that video they showed in the shrine, where they are just one and the same set of people. So that means Tubaba cannot completely
exonerate himself.
Although court should decide that if he's innocent, like he claimed, he should be able to submit himself to the police and go to the court and present his information or his defense to the court.
All right.
To decide that.
All right. Before we go into whether the court should decide or not, let's stay with his statement. When I say confession, he said he did not kill. He also said he's a freedom fighter. But most importantly, he said he has decided to speak up now. Could it be that there is, some kind of pressure? Last week you and we talked about the arrest or the capture of his second in command. Before then, there were certain traditional rulers who, were apprehended and now in court. A traditional ruler, a former, former local government chairman, and then some other people who are now having their day in court. Could this be the pressure that he's facing that has not made him come out to make this statement, just to get the public on his side? That's one. Two, when you say going by the time frame for which he has been operating with arms and all of that, that it's possible he's self-sponsoring or he's self-sponsored. Could you also look at it from the angle that, going by the years that he has been in this industry of crime, just maybe he has had the backing of those, in certain powerful positions in that locality or in the state at large?
Let me tell you something, Kaladokuru. Nearly all the traditional rulers and highly placed elites within the communities, you understand, directly or indirectly, work closely with these people. These people are indigenous of that community. They may be related one way or the other. But besides that, because of the antecedents and so on, you see that a lot of them may be coerced to work with them, to stay peacefully within the area. For you to resident in that environment, is either you are paying their loyalty to them, or you are coerced to work to remain loyal to them or be committed to them, so that you can have your freedom, have your children free, and then your wives and so on to be free and so on. So we have situations where sometimes they have to go kill even a serving king right inside his palace. You understand? And a lot of places, some kings have been attacked. Even in my community, the king was supposed, they went there, he wasn't there, they beheaded the secretary right inside the palace. So these people must have coerced, most of these traditional rulers to work or to cover them up one way or the other. But having said that, you see that from his body language, it is obvious that these are people, they drop arms. So that 216, who sponsored them to get those arms, they now dropped to the government for amnesty. He said after a while, they have to go back to arms, go running again, because of maybe they perceived disappointment with the government based on their agreement for amnesty and the rest. Perhaps the integration method was faulty, and then the amnesty could not hold as planned. But having said that, you see that from the body language, they have an history of gun activities from since 2016. And before they will come out to begin to surrender arms to government and so on. Then maybe the time they have been having that gun running for years before that 2016. So if you go by that analysis, you understand that they have their source, of carrying out these operations, which may not, I said may not be connected to these traditional rulers or whatever, and it's that is also connected to them. But I believe that gun runners in that category may have different sorts of different means of.
Now, he pointed out something I like to bring to your notice. As a security expert, I like to, tap into your expertise on the show. He said, the reason why he went back to arms bearing or to carry arms is because there is an opposition gang in that region, and the opposition gang did not even drop their arms, in the first amnesty situation, that we have talked about. Going by that picture he has painted, how deadly do you think gun running is in outer east region?
Not just outer east. The entire environment is polluted with high proliferation of firearms, weapons at every corner, But it's something that the older axis has been very volatile in recent times. The entire environment, the entire community, there's high proliferation of firearms, especially in Rivers State. Is from statistics and research, we are made to understand is one of the highest gun markets for the gun dealers in Africa and even outside the country. Rivers State is a big market for them, and so there's so much proliferation of firearms within the area. But the amnesty they are talking of, amnesty has been a major problem that is encouraging this gun running within the area, because criminals now see that the gun running pay off. There's so much patronage, directly or indirectly, both from the government, IOCs, and group communities, and so on. From like he's telling you there is a freedom fighter for a community. The next thing you will hear is that this program die down, they will engage their team to become the vigilante of the area and so on. So they are criminals, they may be vigilante in another place, So the gun running is highly patronized by both morally upright men who are community leaders, and then it's also patronized by politicians, also patronized by IOCs, recruiting them to take their surveillance of the pipeline and government installations and facilities in their domain. So there's so much high patronage, and the source of funding cannot be overemphasized through
the several means that you've mentioned.
Yeah, several means. Yeah, now talking about amnesty, the amnesty he was referring to in the state was not properly organized. Unlike the amnesty that was organized by Yaradua, which has a lot of framework on ground, legal framework, there's a lot of activities, integration, process, and so on. Though the integration process was truncated along the line, and so it becomes a cash cow, to the armed men as at that time till date. So you see, a lot of people now create this gangsterism in order to create equity to enter into amnesty and have a prolonged and sustainable source of income from the government. If they tell you how much budget the federal government spend on an amnesty and how the different sets of armed men are benefiting so much in millions of nairas every month, you will not believe. So you see that it's so attractive to other gang men to prepare themselves and go into this corner, and then at the end of the day, they still wear the same freedom fighters banner, carry the same banner of freedom fighters, and then being integrated into the economy of the country or the state, as the case may be, because they are known as, in fact, you see enlightened and educated people refer to them as generals. You see any man called a man that is not recruited into any force as general because of his play and equity. So this has been a major panacea for is criminality within the territory.
We've got you go. What's your advice for the governor of
To sort in terms of real-time intelligence gathering and facilitation in order to close the synergy between the people and the security, and to also fast-track the information sharing. Because what the security need is the real-time information. They don't have the real-time information, and that's why they've been passing through rigorous means for getting a particular target. But if there's real-time information, there will be more preemptive information that would have been able to identify early warning signs and signal and nip on the board.
All right.
And perhaps immobilize these people and mop up the proliferators firearms within the territory.
All right then. All right. Thank you very much for your time, Mr. Charles Inko-Tariah, security expert here in River State. I do appreciate.
Thank you very much.
All right. Do have a wonderful day. To you listening, we will take your thoughts after the commercial break. Remember, next week Thursday is the 7th of December. It will make it, is it 3 months? 3 months since the killing of Bakoang Bashim, the DPO, who, was killed. The DPO of Outer East was killed, 2 months plus, 2 months plus ago. I'm sorry, I'm rushing, so I can go for that commercial break. When we do come back, we'll talk some more. Just stay tuned. All right, it is the bottom of the hour. You're listening to 92.3 Nigeria Info, Hard Facts with Kala Dakurubatubo. Good afternoon to you. And we're looking at the statement of a wanted person who goes by the name David Gift Okpara Alias General Tubaba, who has come out to say, oh no, I did not kill the DPO. That is fake news. That is misinformation. And it is an attack on my personality, an assassination of my character. I am a freedom fighter. I fight for the freedom of Ekpeye youths. People know me in my community as a dredger. I'm not into criminality or gangsterism. I dropped my arms earlier in my life, and I did it because the government said they will bring back peace to Ekpeye land, only for me to realize that the other gang, the opposition, did not. When he said opposition, was he talking about opposition gang, or was he talking about the opposition in terms of politics used by politicians? Me and my head and my insinuations. Anyways, let's take a listen to what he had to say.
I want to tell the River State government that my hand no day for anything concerning death of DPO. So all this while, I know people won't talk anything, but I'm talking this thing today based on the way people going to put concern on it. So it made me surprised. I said, let me tell my people that I'm not after DPO. Just that the thing happened from my community road, and the day when the thing happened, I've been talking to the man finish. Me and DPO been discussed. I know even did there when the thing happened that day. I just did shock when I hear that thing. So we can't regret. So as we don't hold anything again, those people can't use the advantage now to they follow us or can't they kick our people then, because we don't get any gun again. Can't they kick our people then? They keep my younger brother the same mama, the same papa. Then burn our house finish. Then be annoyance when I get. Will make me go back to gun play.
He went back to gunplay. Oh my goodness.
So the gunplay where I go, I know go because I won't use them to intimidate people. I won't use them to worry people. Everybody knows I need to kidnapping something. I need to do bunkering. I need to do all this criminal something. I just concentrate on my business. I need business when I do. And everybody know the business when I do. Now dredging business. I do into dredging business. Everybody know.
All right, so let's look at some messages on Facebook. Otto Chimekwela says, what a lawless society. Chosen Gotte Wisdom says, what was his conversations with the DPO? He is lying. Courage Babawosu says, my pastor always says that demons do not say the truth, so believe the demon at your own risk. It's left for the court, like my guest said, and yes, I had a guest earlier. My guest was Charles Inko-Tariah, a security expert, and for those of you who have been listening, you heard what he said. Summarily, he said that the police should apply some more pressure to capture him, and the state government should be involved now more than ever. And they should use technology to be able to apprehend him. But he also said that this is a reflection of the amount of small arms in circulation within River State. And he said this is what they do. They perpetrate crime, and they perpetrate crime under the umbrella, under the aegis of freedom fighting. All right, so I'm going to go quickly to the phone lines to get your views on this issue, on the review, and let's get to hear what you think. 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0003. Those are the call numbers. You can send me messages on Facebook, Nigerian for PH for Live. Send me messages on YouTube, Nigerian for PH for Live. On X, Nigerian for PH. We are active. You can send me a WhatsApp message. 0809-030-6416 is the number. I just seen Vincent Ekwem on Facebook says he should report himself to the police authority if he's sure of his claim. The police have failed Ekpeye people. Engineer Offerum Harry Atubaba he should come out and report himself to the Nigerian police. All right, so some people already made your judgments. What are you thinking right now? Zion is calling from GRA. Zion, welcome. What is on your mind?
Yeah, Canada, I greet you. Thank you very much.
Yes, good afternoon.
It was last week, the same Subaba appeared on the radio station.
He appeared?
He called into a radio station.
Okay.
Bordering on issues of security in River State.
Okay.
And today, he has opened up another channel for communication. I think on a wiser note now, it's not to attack anybody. Rather, the government should apply the carrot and stick approach.
Okay.
On this particular issue.
Okay.
Because the way the matter now is dicey. He has said I'm not.
Okay. So,
even the law said that he's innocent for now.
Of course he is. Of course.
Yes, he's innocent. So that is why, based on knowledge, let's apply carrot and stick approach.
But have you thought about it? What if it's the one who, because like my guest said, there were videos that circulated online. We saw him brandish weapons with his boys. We've seen some of those boys apprehended.
He just weapon at the material time.
Okay.
Did you see him with gun that killed the DPO? Did you see the cops with him there? No.
Okay.
It's just scenarios that played on the period.
Okay.
So we cannot just abstractly say it's him.
All right.
I'm only using the words on the ground on how to with this insecurity in that environment, and not this media trial and abusing we are doing. No. For now, I don't take approach. Mr. Zion.
Mr. Zion, thank you very much. I've got Victor from Rumokrushi. Oh my. Victor, please do call back if you can. Sorry about that. 08179230002, 08179230003. Those are the call numbers. But let's look at some messages on WhatsApp. Tubaba is just line. And this is from Patoki from Orazi. This one says... No, this one says, attention please, it's a security matter. Please allow your callers not to mention their names and locations so people with information about this matter can freely say something. My humble suggestions, thanks. But yes, everybody knows that we've got rules for, we've got, what do you call it now? We've got the space for anonymous callers. So if you want to be anonymous, you just call in and say, I want to be anonymous. People know that already. But the people who are calling are willing to put down their names and their location. So yes, we're talking. I've got Victor from Rumokrushi calling back. Victor, welcome. What is on your mind, please?
Okay. It's all about the sales system who believe in armless. You can see what you are expecting is that you have been there since, because you see the pressure has come to you so much. You just came out to do video. You did what do you call it? This guy is a high-minded criminal.
Well, when you say high-handed criminal, do you have facts to that? Because he's saying he's not. He said he's a dredger.
Okay, if truly you didn't do it, why didn't you come and declare yourself? If somebody declare you wanted and you say you know you are innocent, why didn't you come out and declare yourself? You are there at the hiding point telling people that you don't know anything. What did you discuss with the DPO before the killing of? Because you say you discussed with him on the phone. The thing at the hour time or two before his killing. Imagine the way he play. It's like you are talking to children. I don't understand. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you. JJ from Rumikbo. JJ, welcome. What is on your mind? Please tell me.
Yes, I want to talk about this Tumaba matter. They say these boys can't follow us anymore. When the bush is very hot for them, they try to play this type of games. I remember in the era of Donwani, after people were killed on New Year's Day, he came out to make a voice recording that is not the one responsible. That's not even in town.
That he was framed.
Huh?
That he was framed. I remember that conversation.
Aha! Thank you very much for even reminding me. I'm on his stage. So what this guy is doing right now, you also learned the other time that his number 2 man has also been arrested. And in that hierarchy, you know that the next big news now will be number 1. That will be called because they may be doing things together, holding executive meeting and all those. There is nobody to play with anymore, and some of his boys has been picked like snail. So now he's trying to see how he can get public sympathy, but not from somebody like me because this type of gimmicks, it will not work anymore. The next thing that people will come for. A lot of these people got amnesty from the federal, they've got it from the state, they've also got it from their village, and all those put together to no avail. We cannot run out 1 second like allow and be in the same place. So I want to call on our Commissioner of Police, Tonji Disu, to go straight into action so that I hear his song very well because those songs don't depend on it already. The only ear to be sweet for that song to hear right now is Tonji Disu and his men. If I'm missing Abakari already.
All right.
You would have been singing to Abakari by now. But
all right.
Do so, please.
All right.
Hear your headphone. So yeah, it's very well.
All right. Thank you very much. And Kenneth from Port Harcourt. Kenneth, welcome. What is on your mind, please? Yeah, good afternoon to you.
Okay, so like the caller before they said, the guy is standing as if he's talking to shoot them off. That's informed on the side of avoiding by anybody. To some extent, I could believe him to some extent because I'm a cab driver and I can tell you with some levels of fact. The way these guys make money is very clear. It's just that the government are not seeing that way. If you stop these guys putting motor on the road, that is one way to make money. And if you're on the road, you could tell us how these guys make it. So that's one of
Sorry, so you say on the road they do what? On the road, because the line is not very clear. You said
okay.
On the
All
road.
these guys are making money on the road.
Yeah.
In the name of loading, selling tickets.
Okay.
That is the kind of people they need to.
Oh.
So they should stop that one alone. It will put down their source of making money on themselves or getting the capacity to get armed.
Okay. All right then.
So that's one way. And I believe the government knows about that.
All right. Thank you very much, Kenneth from Port Harcourt. Let's look at some more messages. Kalada, Odiemude. I hope I pronounce it well. Odiemude is my community. I want to emphatically state that there was no opposition gang group to Tubabas. His story is best described as cock and bull, just to curry sympathy and generate this kind of conversation. The intention is just to unrobe those traditional rulers who used them to rise to position. Tubaba, a freedom fighter. Who is he fighting for? Okpara in Awuda. Okpara, thank you very much. This one says, wonder shall never end in River State. Tubaba said he is not a criminal, not a murderer, after he agreed to bear arms. So what are those illegal arms doing with him? Yeah. So what are those illegal arms doing with him, you said? Abi, gun don't become mobile phone. I think something is wrong somewhere. This is political Americana from Ogbakri. I've just been told that Tubaba is trying to call me from Awuda. Now, I cannot verify if it is indeed Tubaba, but I've just communicated with the call screener, to let him through if he does call back. If he does call, let's get you here. Let's get to ask him some questions. I hope he's the one indeed and not someone, trying to play the personality on radio. But I think I have him now. Am I doing this? Yes, I am. I've got General Tubaba from Aoda. Let's listen to him. Hello? Yes, hi. Good afternoon.
So, can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly.
Okay. I'm General Tubaba coming from Aoda.
Okay. All right, it's good to have
So
you
I
on the
want
show.
to intervene for this matter.
All right, let's hear you then.
So I still believe say some people still dey confused. Say I don't dey aware of the death of DPO. Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I'm listening to you. Go ahead.
Okay, I think some people still dey confused that I'm not involved in killing of DPO.
Are you involved in the killing of? Are you?
That
Are you?
video then posted like that. That video.
Yes.
That video sent for prison people. Now prison people can post that video like that. Me post the video. I'm not saying DPO there.
Sorry. Who posted the video?
They post the video from prison. That video from 5 months ago.
5 months ago.
For that incident.
5 months ago. Okay, so the people who they arrested, they used their phones to post the video.
Yes, the thing, the video. Now me post them for them. Prison people, then they prison. Those boys, if I like, go investigate where from those people who stay for Harcourt prison.
Okay, so if you did not kill Bakwang Bashim, who killed him then? Do you have an idea?
Here that in that time, that happened for my community roads. There are plenty of government in the land. Not only me, but the government with the land.
So would you surrender to the police, to help them in the investigation? Would you surrender?
It gave me hard now to surrender now. You know how this business is now.
I don't know. I don't know. I've never carried gun before. I don't know how the business is. But people are saying you should surrender.
I know they never carried gun before, but business you go surrender like that now because if you don't surrender one now, during the time of the former minister who been do, will surrender, will bring out the whole guns, then we will get, will submit them to government, then carry all. But those opposition, they no agree to meet their own. So now we have the matter going start to maybe even all these ones who they talk here. This one just add on top.
Okay, so what okay, fine. Ekpeye people are now asking you to surrender so we can know the truth. So what is the grounds? Do you want the River State government? What do you want? How do you want to surrender, basically? Because we want to get to the truth of this.
Of the truth, before this incident happen like this, they talk about peace for our land. We'll talk about how we go submit. We will make amnesty for our side. We don't discuss everything. Just that we do the process. But the same governor bring committee on his own. Maybe not be a whole people will bring that committee so that maybe it no day like the former one. So I don't even explain to DPO. I don't call them more than they always talk. I tell them mainly they do worry and say more than they always talk.
Okay, so you said
our people they are about to make this in a fair hand.
Okay. You said the DPO spoke with you a few hours before he died. What did you talk about with the DPO?
You mean before the DPO died?
Yes, you said he spoke to you. That's what's in the news. You spoke with him before he died. What were you guys talking? What were you guys talking about?
We've been talking how. He asked me whether I host wrestling competition for my community. Not the wrestling competition, but our community then they do wrestling. So now I say I cannot just try because I know submit my gun. I cannot just try make I no come there. I didn't say I don't submit my gun. Say for come there with area commander so that they go join me watch the wrestling. But since I never submit my gun, I cannot just come at all. Now, what you been telling me that day before this thing happened?
Okay, there are allegations.
Never been come back from where.
Sorry, you said when it
happened like that. So I hear all those things will happen.
Okay, now
I know you say I did there. I know they there when this thing happened. Okay. I don't feel like for all this kind. If it's not me, I go tell you it's not me.
Now, let me ask you two questions. Let me ask you two other questions now. They say you go around asking for levies. You want to collect levies, or you go around collecting levies. That you tax people, from the community that they must pay XYZ amount of money for security. That's one. Two. Let's answer that one first. Answer that one. Do you go around taxing people, shooting people?
Me self after day I get money on my own while they use chop and they people move. widows for our community, they dash them money, they dash people. People they chop my money well. All this one are just allegations based on this anti way happen, and all these people we am there. Where we are there, they run the same package. All those people are doing all those things.
Okay.
So don't make sure they carry me. They police now their plan.
Now, do you know the opposition? You said there is an opposition. Do you know this opposition?
I know the opposition now. I know the opposition. Me as a member of my plan committee. Then they will still get grill and that then. Where sit there outside, where they no agree to meet gun that time. This boy for who go here, Eto, they came in. They can't get at me. Nine be grill and that general for Itaku here. So when you go other side, to see VIP.
All right, allegations.
All these Buka boys, they're full everywhere. Go let them plenty of everybody don't know where the problem from. They know they know our fault. Don't try to go and finish. I think that's what that time.
All right.
Those people don't submit their own too. Except for those things, please. All of us know this, all these things want to go. And they pretend.
Wait. Does this have anything? Does this have anything to do with politics in that area? Does it have anything to do with the traditional stool in that area? Because I hear it's under some kind of contention. Does it have anything to do with who should be securing pipelines in that area?
Of the truth, just something like that, they say it's easy. But so that we do benefit from waiting there our land.
Okay.
Because I need to do bunkering.
Okay.
So at least they're supposed to give us some land to make we take care of the pipeline. They never give me them, and I know see what myself. Only way I know to say they do dredging business. Everybody know. Now where they get my money? I know they took kidnapping something.
Okay. Did you kill any 5 people? Because 2 or 3 weeks ago, one Sunday night, it was reported that 5 people were killed in Odiemude community. Did you kill those 5 people, or where? Odemiri, yeah. Was it your boys? So sorry, I didn't get you. Wait, Tubaba, wait. I didn't hear you clearly. You said what? Come again.
I say, I don't know why. Anything that happens in the land, they go put up for my head, then I do this one. Anything, this small picking. Those people get that for Demerini that day. I don't get any business with them. I mean, I don't know if like anything. So I go innocent so for Demerini or go keep it for Demerini when you don't do anything. Huh? We are there, all this one that didn't come out. I didn't even there for this one, the allegation of me.
All right.
I'm not even come out on this one. Those of to go somewhere, go shoot, go keep it again.
So
you should never discuss that one finish. We go do another one again. I need to do something like that now. I still get it.
Okay. What would the police and government do that would give you that belief to surrender? Final question.
Anything surrender now, it will be partial something now. That's one the problem now.
Okay.
If something I say now partial, I look to come myself again now. Because I just can't partial night to us. Now I'm going to a younger brother.
All right then. All right.
Don't make this.
All right. Thank you very much. I've got to let you go. We've got commercial breaks.
Nigeria Info. Right back after this.